Hello everybody, welcome to Virtual Club Live this Tuesday, March 16th, 2021. I'm Josh Peterson. We're broadcasting live right now from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin counties in the beautiful, it really is beautiful today, Kennewick, Washington. Wherever you're watching from, thank you for joining us today. We've got a great show coming up today on Virtual Club Live. St. Patrick's Day, it's tomorrow, and we've got a fun art project for you. To brighten up your home, Jesse is going to show us how to make a Shamrock light catcher. Plus, National Reading Month continues, and we've got a new video featuring our friends at the Children's Reading Foundation of the Mid-Columbia. They've got some great reading tips for you and your family. And we're going to check in with some teens in Kennewick who participated in a fun pancake making competition. They got to be creative and present their dishes to a panel of judges. We're going to show you more coming up very soon. But first, we want to recognize some amazing teen club members in Pasco. Edgar and Gabriel are the club's Teens of the Week. Congratulations, guys. These amazing youth are known at the club for treating others with respect, serving others, cleaning up after other people as well sometimes, and having overall positive attitudes. Big congratulations to these amazing members. Nice work. Well, St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow, and over the last couple weeks, we've had a lot of fun sharing some great projects with you. Jesse showed you how to make some ribbon art, a colorful rainbow going into a pot of gold. This is a neat project. She also explained how to make a St. Patrick's Day themed hair tie. In case you need to add some green to your outfit tomorrow, don't forget about that. And you can see these videos and more on our website. Just go to virtualbgc.org. And right now, we've got our latest St. Patrick's Day video to premiere. Jesse's going to show you how to make a Shamrock light catcher. Now, this is a great project to do during the warmer weather. Check it out.
Hi everybody, I'm Jessie, and I'm so excited to have you join me today as we make a really fun St. Patty's Day decoration for your window. So the first step of the project is we're going to create a template of our shamrock. So using a white piece of paper, we're going to go ahead and fold it in half. And then using this fold line, we're only going to trace half of the shamrock, because when you cut it on the fold, you can open it up and it'll create your whole shamrock. Now, shamrocks are a simple shape to recreate because all they are 4 hearts put together. So when I draw my template, I'm gonna go ahead and start by drawing the top heart, just like that. Then I'm gonna draw the bottom heart. And then coming right here, I'm gonna go ahead and draw that 3rd heart, which will create the 3rd and 4th leaf. All right, next I'm just gonna add in a little bit of a stem down at the bottom. And we've got our template. So let's go ahead and cut this out. All right, let's check it out. So there I go, I've got my Shamrock template. So next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we are going to trace our Shamrock onto our black construction paper. And we're gonna do this twice because you're gonna need 2 separate Shamrocks. All right, once your shamrocks are traced out, go ahead and cut them out. Once your shamrocks are cut out, we're gonna need to create a window in each one of these. That way we can add, when we add our tissue paper and contact paper, we're able to see through. So the way we're gonna do that is we're just gonna take each shamrock, fold it in half just like this, and then using our scissors, we're actually gonna cut the center out. Now I would save probably about a 1/2 inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch when we cut. Now comes the next part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set these off to the side so that they're out of the way while I cut my contact paper. This is contact paper. You can find it anywhere in like a hardware store or Walmart, even the dollar store, in like the shelving paper section. What it is, it's just a clear tacky on one side material. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut it larger than my shamrock. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take off the protective covering from that tacky side, and we're gonna put it sticky side up. I'm gonna take my first shamrock shape and I'm gonna go ahead and place it down on the sticky. Just like that. Now comes the fun part. You're gonna use any color tissue paper you want, and you're gonna start adding some color to the inside of our shamrock. And so how we're gonna do that is simple. Just take your tissue paper and you can cut or rip it into small chunks. You're gonna go ahead and do that with all of the colors of tissue paper you want. Go ahead, cut them into your pieces and then set them down on top of the sticky. Once you get them laid down, you will not be able to pull them back up because of the tackiness of the contact paper. So make sure you have them where you want them. Once your shamrock is completely covered with tissue paper, go ahead and gently set your second shamrock on top. Second step is you're going to need another piece of contact paper. Again, it's going to need to be a little bit larger than your shamrock. All right, make sure you press it down really, really good. We want to make sure that there's a good seal so that none of our pieces fall out. All right, once that's done, go ahead and trim around your shamrock. You're going to want to leave a little bit of that contact paper sticking out. That way it stays nice and sealed together. All right, and there you got it. A really fun, colorful shamrock that you can hang up in your window. The best part is when the sun is shining through this, the colors are gonna look magnificent. So I can't wait to see what you guys create. So make sure to share some photos with us. I'd love to see your guys' shamrocks. Until next time, guys, bye.
Thanks, Jesse. And guess what? More St. Patrick's Day fun. It's on the way. Staff at our main branch in Pasco are holding a virtual bingo night tonight at 7 p.m. This is a free event. You can call 509-547-7864 to reserve your spot. And over in Prosser, teens are invited to a March Madness night this Thursday. You're encouraged to wear green, of course, for a night of homework help, Kahoot, fun, food, and so much more. And if you're looking for an artistic way to interact with clubs from home, we've got a fun virtual art class coming your way this Thursday. Hope you'll join us at 4 or 6 p.m. for a watercolor art class, youth in our underwater jellyfish class. That's what we're going to be making. You're going to learn about line art, watercolor blending, artistic depth of field, and a lot more. This free class is open to all K through 6th grade youth, and you can register for this class at virtualbgc.org. Well, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna check in with teens at our Kennewick Club who are cooking up some fun during a pancake making competition. That's Kirby. We're gonna take you there when we come back.
The future is uncertain for millions of young Americans facing a competitive job market. Additionally, businesses are reimagining how they work and serve their customers. How can young people prepare to meet the workforce challenges of tomorrow? They need safe spaces and positive mentorship today. That's where Boys and Girls Clubs of America come in, to level the playing field and help our youth stay on the right path in the midst of change. Mentors and activities help develop essential skills like communication, creativity, and critical thinking. Club experiences spark interest in careers related to STEM, business, the arts, and more. Together with our partners, clubs empower teens to explore volunteerism, extracurriculars, and certifications in their communities. They can even access financial literacy programs, internships, and local jobs. Boys and Girls Clubs of America is developing today's youth into tomorrow's leaders, innovators, and problem solvers, ready to not only meet challenges, but exceed all expectations. Learn more about our workforce readiness programs at bgca.org/workforce.
All right, welcome back. Boys and Girls Clubs of America has partnered with Road Trip Nation to help youth navigate through the endless career possibilities soon to be in front of them. Now, this is an incredible resource that helps introduce youth to different career paths, options, and ideas. Road Trip Nation includes video interviews with leaders in many industries explaining how they got to where they are today. This is amazing. We encourage you to check it out by visiting roadtripnation.com. Well, it's time now for one of my favorite parts of our weekly show. It's clubs across the country. Get in the car, train, or airplane. We're heading first to California, to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Whittier. Members there celebrating Pi Day. Now, that's March 14th, a couple days ago, 3/14, by working on fractions and making fun arts and crafts. March 14th, it's also Albert Einstein's birthday. I did not know that. Very cool. All right, next we're heading to Florida, to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Miami-Dade. Cleveland Browns safety Sheldrick Redwine visited the club for a fun day of football, and he helped members with their homework as well. He says this is a great way to give back. Absolutely love this. All right, finally, we're going to head to Missouri, to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. Youth there spending time in the kitchen not to cook, but to make face masks. They got to paint their own unique designs on blank white masks and then show them off. Very, very cool. Very creative. We love this. All right, well, back home in the Tri-Cities, we're going to check in with Youth First over at our Kennewick Club. Teens there learning about financial literacy in their first Money Matters program meeting of the year. They spent this afternoon learning about needs versus wants. They talked about the importance of budgeting and saving. Very important. Teens at the Kennewick Club also had some fun during a friendly cooking competition. They were given a handful of ingredients to make their own unique pancakes. Love that layout there, looking great. Teens then presented their dishes to a panel of judges who graded them on creativity, taste, and presentation. This looked like a lot of fun. That one looks super delicious. Got the strawberries on that. Over at the main branch in Pasco, teens also participating in a similar competition. For this one, they had to make their best salad bowl. They had a variety of ingredients and toppings they could use, but many of them, they learned that sometimes less is more. Yes, this is true. Don't throw all the ingredients in there. Big shout out to all of these creative teens. Well, speaking of food, teens at the main branch also took some time last week to learn about the history of tea and how it's made. They got to brew up a quick cup for a taste test and talked about the benefits and the different types of tea. Very, very cool. And over in Prosser, we want to give a big shout out to our friends at Kirby of Central Washington for helping the club acquire a new vacuum. Folks, this is like the Cadillac of vacuums. It not only vacuums, it shampoos carpets, blows leaves, and it has an attachment to help staff inflate game balls and inflatable pools. I sound like a salesman for this thing. This is amazing. Big shout out to everybody there. And finally, we've got an update for you on our Impact Percussion Ensemble. The group wrapped up shooting for their 2021 virtual production this weekend. On Sunday, the entire group actually got together outside at Columbia Park in Kennewick for a full shoot. This was the first time the entire group has been together in more than a year. It was a very special day. We're going to show you the finished production, not right now, but on Virtual Club Live right here in 2 weeks. We cannot wait to share this with you. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got a great reading tips video for you featuring Megan from the Children's Reading Foundation of the Mid-Columbia. This is all part of our month-long partnership for National Reading Month. Some great information. We'll be right back.
Today's world is really driven by technology. You see it everywhere. Without having the knowledge to use it, you are really missing out on a lot of opportunities.
The best thing about technology is creating exposure for young people to understand what's possible in both their world and in education. That's the great thing about my future.
Welcome back. National Reading Month continues, and this is such an important month as we focus on reading and encouraging, especially youth, to pick up a book and read, or parents to read with their children 20 minutes a day. It makes a big difference. And we've got a new video to premiere right now all about reading comprehension. Megan from the Children's Reading Foundation of the Mid-Columbia has some important tips and simple tips to help you read and understand what you're reading. Very important. Check it out.
Hello, I'm Megan Sharks, Team Read Director for the Children's Reading Foundation of the Mid-Columbia. And today I'm here to give you 5 tips on how to help you become a better reader. These tips are going to be all about comprehension. What is comprehension? Well, it's how we understand and absorb what we're reading. Tip number 1 for reading comprehension. What are the characters in the book? This is a great question to ask yourself while you're reading. Is there a mom, a dad in the story, or maybe an animal? Do you know the animal's name? These are all great questions for you to ask while you're reading and at the end of the story. Tip number 2, let's talk about the setting. Where does the story take place? Is it more than one location? Can you name all the settings in order that are in the story? This is another great question for comprehension. Tip number 3, let's talk about the beginning of the story. What happens at the beginning of the story? And what information is given to tell you what the story will be about? Maybe it introduces characters or talks about how the story begins. Tip number 4, the middle. Of course, this is when all the adventure happens in a story. So what happened in the middle of the story? Sometimes there are many things that happen. Can you name 3 things that happened in the middle of your story? And finally, tip number 5 is the end. How did the story end? What happened at the end of the story? And did you like the way that it ended? And if it was up to you and you could rewrite the story, how would you make it different? Thank you so much for learning about comprehension with me today. Remember, it's so important to read 20 minutes together every day and ask these questions with your mom or dad or with your siblings, and enjoy reading.
Thanks, Megan. We hope you enjoyed those tips at home. Really important to not just read the words, but to understand what you're reading. So great information there. And if you've got a favorite book at home that you love to read, we would love for you to share that with us. In celebration of National Reading Month, we're focusing on reading for this month's Virtual Club Challenge. We want you to send us a picture of you holding your favorite book. Send us a little sentence about why you love that book so much. There are so many great books out there. We can't wait to see which books you enjoy reading the most. You can send those pictures to contact@virtualbgc.org. The submission deadline is Wednesday, March 31st at 11:59 p.m. and we're going to announce the winner for this challenge Tuesday, April 6th at 4 p.m. And the winner of this month's challenge is going to get a $50 gift card to Barnes & Noble, so you can go there and get some more books and continue reading. We love it. And again, we want to thank our friends at the Children's Reading Foundation of the Mid-Columbia for partnering with us on these great reading videos. For more information about the Reading Foundation, you can visit read20minutes.org. Well, thanks for joining us today for Virtual Club Live. To see more content at any time, you can follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search Virtual BGC BFC. BGC BFC. That's Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin counties. You can also check out our website for a full list of all of our videos. Head to virtualbgc.org to see them all. Have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. I'm Josh Peterson from the Virtual Club. From all of our staff, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for Virtual Club Live.